This presentation provides a brief introduction to Howard Gardner's theory about the multiple intelligences. In it, we will compare features of the traditional view of intelligence as against Gardner's theory. We'll identify implications of the multiple intelligences theory for teaching and learning, as well as activities through which Gardner's multiple intelligences theory can be realized in the classroom. For descriptions on the actual intelligences, you will need to go to the relevant section on the PSCC 2 page of my website. There you will find relevant videos and links. This is the view of intelligence to which we are all accustomed. Traditionally, intelligence is seen as a static, fixed capacity for learning, with which you were born if you were fortunate enough. Gardner held a different position. He sees intelligence not as one static cognitive gift, but a dynamic range of capacities for processing information, a range of capacities that everyone possesses in different combinations. These are the intelligences. You will need to go to the relevant section on the page for PSCC 2 to access descriptions of the 9 intelligences. This suggests that students can have dominant intelligences or preferred modes of accessing and processing information. Stop, pause, and think. Do we always cater for these preferences in the instructional process? This has serious implications for selection of teaching content and activities. Planning has to take preferences into consideration. The application of the multiple intelligences theory can facilitate this. Here we are comparing the static view of intelligence with the more dynamic view proposed by Gardner. Again, we are comparing the fixed concept with one that embodies a more positive view of cognitive development. Traditionally, intelligence, comprehension, could be demonstrated in only 2 ways. The multiple intelligences theory identifies a variety of ways in which persons could demonstrate comprehension. This would, of course, facilitate more student engagement. In the traditional classroom, focus was placed only on the verbal linguistic and the logical mathematical intelligences. Students possessing other capacities for learning were marginalized or forced to adopt learning modes with which they were not comfortable to ensure survival in the classroom. Multiple intelligences theory facilitates teachers being able to make provision for other capacities. In addition, the multiple intelligences theory facilitates more inductive modes of teaching. Teachers ought to structure activities that would allow learners to be more engaged with content and to develop critical thinking skills. Traditionally, the teacher was the source of all information. The implication here is that in any unit, Teachers need to structure learning experiences that would allow learners to make use of the variety of capacities with which they are endowed. The multiple intelligences theory has impacted on the learning process. Teachers have to make the shift from teacher-centered instruction to one that is more learner-oriented. Teachers must demonstrate a willingness to change. When students are allowed to find their comfort levels and function within those levels, they become more interested in what is going on in the classroom and are more likely to be successful. Learning is no longer a chore, it's an enjoyable experience. In the traditional classroom, several students were lost because their strengths were not catered for. When teachers integrate multiple intelligences theory into their planning, students know that even if they have to be out of their comfort zone for one part of the unit, they will get an opportunity to demonstrate their strengths in other parts of the teaching process. Here we have some activities, some strategies that allow for the use of the multiple intelligences. It goes without saying that time has to be spent on planning and looking for resources and ideas. Here we have some more activities. Remember that activities can be used for presenting information as well as for students demonstrating comprehension of information. For instance, instead of students presenting a written assignment, why not let them present a poster or even dramatize the material? Here we have more activities. The main point is that we need to allow students to develop all aspects of their creativity. And what is the end product? Students feel valued. Their needs for acceptance are met. With those factors in place, they're more likely to succeed because we are presenting learning experiences in which a range of abilities are catered for.